Hello, this is Chatterson providing an update on my author video and my writing projects. You may already know me as Chatterson or your Uncle Ralph. I'm an experienced business consultant, entrepreneur, and writer. Over the last several years now, I've published articles and blog posts at learningentrpreneurship.com, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and my website's delvinchatterson.com, as well as Direct Tech Solutions, directtech.ca. I'm currently working on some fiction projects with a collection of short stories, which is in the background, and a series of novels. My first novel, called No Easy Money, will be published later this year, and it's the first in a series of novels. Dale Hunter, a young entrepreneur in the 1980s in the computer business, a bit like me, but not about me. Most of it is fiction. Not all of it, but most of it is fiction. And it's a continuation of my theme of sharing stories with entrepreneurs that I did in my two business books. Originally, the most popular is Don't Do It the Hard Way, a business book for entrepreneurs with my advice and a few more stories I've told, and a guidebook, How to Write Your Own Business Plan, the complete do-it-yourself guide to business plans. So those were the two business books published in 2010, Don't Do It the Hard Way and the complete do-it-yourself guide to business plans. For business writing, I use the pen name of Uncle Ralph, but you can call me Del. Uncle Ralph happens to be my alter ego, comes from his knowledge and experience comes from all my own previous experience. But in actual fact, and I just lost my video, sorry, my guide notes, so I can tell my own story correctly. Uncle Ralph was my pen name for the business books, and it is my secret middle name, and of course, and my father's first name. But it was meant to present wise old Uncle Ralph as someone more experienced than I am, and who has some interesting stories to tell. The objective of all my writing for entrepreneurs is to help them be better and do better. Better for themselves and their families, their employees, customers and suppliers, their communities, and the planet. So it's what I call enlightened entrepreneurship or responsible entrepreneurship, your choice. And some of those valuable lessons for entrepreneurs and some of the lessons I've learned that I wanted to share may get better communicated even in my fiction. We will see. I'll look forward to your feedback to let me know how I'm doing. Thank you for visiting and looking at this video, but let me tell you my life story. Delvin R. Chatterson, born in Kimberley, British Columbia, in the beautiful Canadian Rockies of Western Canada. I'm an engineer from UBC, graduated in 1968, and an MBA from McGill in 1972. My consulting business, Direct Tech Solutions, based in Montreal, has provided over the last 15 or 20 years strategic advisory services primarily to owner-managed businesses. Prior to consulting, I worked for Alcan Aluminum and AES Data in Montreal, and I've also worked with Coopers & Lybrand Consulting in Toronto and did assignments across Canada, around the world to some extent, Western Europe, Central America. I've traveled and visited all 50 U.S. states, all the Canadian provinces and territories, as well as many parts of Western Europe. I was the president of TTX Computer Products in the 1980s until 1994, and grew that business from $0 to $21 million in 8 years with offices in Montreal and Boston. In recent years, I've also been active as a volunteer advisor to businesses in developing economies, in the Philippines and South America, and in Canadian Aboriginal communities, and have also worked with many young entrepreneurs just getting started with a new business. My life experience includes running 9 marathons between the ages of 50 and 60. I never won, but I was also never last. And I have also run for Member of Parliament in the BC federal election, in a BC riding in the federal election of 2000. I didn't win, but I never came last there either. I was second. So that's my story. I look forward to sharing other stories with you as a writer. Short articles on learningentrpreneurship.com, some short stories to follow, and my novel, which you can learn more about at delvinchatterson.com. I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you very much for your interest in my writing projects. Bye for now.